Welcome everyone. My name is Ankur Patel, Director of Advancement for Hindu University of America. Thank you for joining us this Saturday for our webinar on beginning your journey towards Sanskrit proficiency. We have four amazing panelists and of course, President of Hindu University of America, Sri Kalyan Vishwanathan, here with us today. And it's just been an incredible journey with Hindu University of America. And one of these foundational pieces is Sanskritam, right? Understanding the language that so many texts are written in. Can we actually become familiar with Hinduism without this background and knowledge? And we are here to join you, support you, be on that journey with you, and build the Hindu community through this important language that is not lost. It's not destroyed. We're here, we're sharing it, we're building it, and we want you to be a part of it as well. So let me introduce our panelists today. We have Sri Chandrasekhar Raghu ji. He's been with us from the start, an amazing teacher. He's got an IT career spanning 4 decades. He's currently a vice president of digital transformation in Houston. But he, in relevance to this, was an informal student of Pujya Swamiji Dayananda Saraswati and has been teaching Sanskritam since 1991, decades of experience at all levels. He's also the founder, chairman of the nonprofit organization Arsha Vidya Bharati. And Chandraji's ancestors, specifically Polagam Shri Ramashastri, have been great Sanskritam scholars and poets. And he continues that legacy here with us at Hindu University of America. We have Dr. Lakshmi Sharma, one of our newer faculty, but she has a PhD in Sanskritam from the Lal Bahadur Shastri Rashtriya Sanskrit Vidyapith from 2017. She's gotten a gold medalist, earned a gold medal in MA Sanskritam in 2015, and she specializes in Vyakarana Shastram, the grammar of Sanskrit. Dr. Sharma is in Michigan right now. She writes articles, authors books, teaches Sanskritam, and hopefully you will join her in one of the classes we will be offering. Next, we have Dr. Padmakumar Koratiyadat, who is a lover of Sanskrit for 30 years of experience working to promote Sanskritam, Tamil, Malayalam globally. He's worked in many languages. He's earned his PhD from Calicut University in Kerala with a dissertation on Sanskritam and its practical usage in modern day. That comes up again and again. This is a living language that has practical applications, and that is what he specifically is going to bring to HUA and to you in this webinar. He's earned numerous awards, produced several publications and papers, and taught Sanskritam with Samskrita Bharati in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Canada, and the United States. We have a global endeavor and mission here. And finally, we have Sri Srinath Chakravarti, holds an MS degree in engineering, an MBA degree in finance, and an information technology patent. His areas of interest include Sanskrit, Hinduism, and Vaishnava traditions. He's in the Dallas, Texas area and formerly a coordinator for Nama Inc. and then for Samskrita Bharati USA. He's a volunteer for the Sanatan Dharma Foundation. He's currently a program manager at Bank of America, but he has also been with HUA in the Sanskrit program since we began this rejuvenation process. And he's one of the bedrocks and foundations of this. And let me hand it over to Kalyanji after those introductions so that he can give some context and get this webinar underway. Again, thank you for being here today and joining us on this very important mission of building our presence and knowledge and culture and civilization across this planet.
Terrific, terrific. So namaste, everybody. Namaste. Welcome to this webinar. I'm just going to post a question, my usual question in the chat window. Where are you right now? Okay. Just go ahead and answer the question so we'll get a sense of where everybody is from. We've got Florida, Bangalore, Sunnyvale, Washington, D.C., Mumbai, California, San Jose, Plano, Florida, Texas, Houston, London, Oxford, Cleveland, New Jersey. Yep, great. Scotland, Houston, Trinidad, Geneva, Switzerland. Wonderful. Irvine, Pine Beach, Houston, Pune, Copenhagen, Terrific. Columbus, Ohio, Virginia, Los Angeles, Toronto. Wonderful, everybody. Wonderful. Really, a very, very warm welcome to all of you. I hope we have a very engaging session today. Parts of today's session are going to be actually in the Sanskritam language itself. Okay, so I think that should be interesting. You can all kind of check out how well you can understand and follow when people speak in Sanskritam to each other. Okay. Now, one thing that a peculiar circumstance that we in the Hindu community face today is that for certain very specific historical reasons, we lost touch with the language. The systematic and normal, regular study of Sanskritam became alienated from our culture with the introduction of English education in India, and subsequently, naturally, living in the US and other parts of the world. Sanskritam is not in the mainstream, right? So it's kind of you can say Sanskritam has gone into the margins, meaning it's a special interest thing. If you're a hobbyist, you can learn Sanskrit. But what do you really do with the Sanskrit degree? You can maybe teach a few more people. It's not used in any systematic way in our professional lives or public lives and so on. So we are faced with this extraordinarily challenging task of protecting, preserving Hindu Dharma, Sanatana Dharma, and transmitting it faithfully to future generations, while at the same time not really having access to Sanskritam. And I think that's a very unique challenge. And if I ask myself, how can anybody claim to be an expert in Sanatana Dharma without knowing Sanskritam? If I ask myself that question, I mean, how can I claim to be an expert in Hinduism if I don't know Sanskrit? The answer is I cannot, not really, because the world of Sanskritam is so vast, is so unimaginably vast. You cannot possibly exhaust the textual corpus of Hinduism, of Sanatana Dharma in the Sanskrit language. No other language in the world, at least in the ancient world, was so prolific in terms of the number of texts and traditions that it spawned. And unfortunately, we can't read them. Some of us can chant, and there is a great deal of emphasis paid to memorization and chanting and repetition and so on. But learning the language, learning to interpret the language, understand the language, converse with each other in the language, compose newly in the language, etc., is very, very difficult nowadays. Okay. So, with that background, I just want to say that at Hindu University of America, we're very, very committed to the rejuvenation and revitalization of the Sanskritam language. We are committed to enabling our students and prospective, scholars in getting grounded in Sanskritam in a way that their expertise is really based on something solid. Unlike many experts who don't know much about Sanskritam but still speak very eloquently about Hinduism all over the world, right? So we don't want to promote that. So we want to enable the learning of Sanskritam to become part of our core DNA, meaning our core commitment in the university. Okay, so with that brief introduction, I got a couple quick polls I want to take. So, Ankur, can you line up the first poll here? Okay, so this is a question that asks you, what is your level of proficiency in Sanskrit right now? Okay, just go ahead and type in the answer. Everybody put in something. It's an anonymous poll. Nobody will find out who exactly you are. No proficiency. I'm a beginner. I have some familiarity. Ankur, why are we seeing your screen?
I'm sharing the results. 130 people have filled it out so far. Am I sharing the right one?
Yeah. Okay, we're going to give it another 15 seconds. Everybody put in an answer, please. Everybody, okay, to the best of your ability. Just put something in. All right, so no proficiency at all. I'm a beginner. So we've got a 19% no proficiency. I'm a beginner, 30%. I have some familiarity, 46%. I am fluent, 6%. I'm an expert, 0%. Okay, all right, fantastic. Okay, so so those of you who are raising hands, please put a question into the Q&A box. Okay, put a question into the Q&A box. Okay, next question. Okay, one more question. You can stop the polling here. I'm good. Launch the next question. So how important is expertise in Sanskrit for preserving and transmitting Hindu thought? Transmitting Hindu thought. And I mean, what I mean by transmitting is to be able to preserve Hindu Dharma across the generations. You know, not just the immediate next generation, but the ones after that, and the ones after that. Interesting. Everybody put something in, okay? So there's one person who says it's utterly irrelevant. And one person says not that important. But
156 out of 173 people have completed it yet.
Yeah.
Take a quick second, fill it out. I'm going to share the.
Okay, so 85% of you are saying it's vitally important. Okay, great. So terrific, Ankur. You can stop sharing. Now, in at HUA, we are very committed to offering as many different pathways for developing expertise in Sanskritam as possible. And in today's webinar, we're going to talk about two specific pathways. And to discuss it in brief detail, I'm going to turn it over to Srinath Chakravarti, who's going to show a few slides and set this conversation up. Okay, so over to you, Srinath. You're on mute, by the way.
Sarvebhyo Namaha. First, I'd like to thank Kalyanji and the organizers for making this event possible. And I'm not going to take too long because I'm just an intermediary between the beginning of Ankur Kalyan versus the main segment, which is Padma Kumarji and Lakshmiji. So I have known Padma Kumarji many years through Sanskrit Bharati. Recently, I've had the honor of knowing Lakshmiji as well. So I'm in great respect and awe of these wonderful teachers. So I just want to using a one-page picture, and I want to run this by Chandraji also 1 second. Is this okay, Chandraji? Are we going to just show this picture of the Stan 00 series, the Stan 3000 series side by side from the Bhagavad Gita perspective? Is that what we'll describe at this point? You're on mute.
I don't see any problems. No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So let me just share the screen here, and then we'll just talk through it. So just as a matter of perspective, I want to mention to you all that there are three kinds of methods in HUA right now in order to propagate these Sanskritam courses. And first we started off with a series which was the CPSP, that is leading the master's program. And we're not going to discuss that right now. We're just going to discuss the two other tracks, which is the Bhagavad Gita series and the beginner series. Now the Bhagavad Gita series, it starts with SAN 3001, goes to SAN 3008. It's an 8-quarter series. Okay, and it's going to take you from the beginning stages. You will learn individual chapters of Bhagavad Gita, and at the same time develop your abilities in Sanskritam to improve the Vyakaranam, the analysis of Kavyam, the other skills you need to understand the source text in Sanskritam. So it'll take you to 8 quarters. Now, there is also a option for people that are not very familiar with Sanskritam to take the beginner series first for 4 quarters, and then at some point from there on enter the Bhagavad Gita series. Now, the reason for that is because the Bhagavad Gita series requires you to be familiar with Sanskritam. It is taught in the medium of Sanskritam itself. So in other words, all these 8 quarters from SAN 3001 to SAN 3008, they will actually be in the Sanskrit medium, and there won't be any significant translation in English. And the 2 teachers that I have referenced, Padma Kumarji and Lakshmiji, are Sanskritam teachers. They are speakers of Sanskritam, and that is the medium in which they teach. So I need to make that clear first. And, life is full of changes. So in between this series, between 3001 to 3004, you might have been there for a year. You may even consider, enrolling for the master's program in Sanskrit. You can qualify for that. That is an option. We really want everyone to come. If they start with the Bhagavad Gita series, we want them to complete the series, all 8 quarters. Okay. So with that much said, I want to just, move over to the main segment, which involves Padma Kumarji and Lakshmiji. And I believe what's the very first thing they will do is they will take each of them will take one example of how they will take a couple of shlokas from Bhagavad Gita and teach you that in the class in the medium of Sanskrit. Okay, so we'll start with that, and then we'll have a few other, time permitting, we'll have a few other organizational questions for them, which they will also explain in Sanskritam, and I will assist by giving you all the summary meaning in English after each sentence or dialogue is completed. So I'll stop sharing here, and then we can go back to Padma Kumarji and Lakshmiji for the main session. Dhanyavada.
Padma Kumarji and Lakshmiji, you'll have to unmute yourselves, okay? Kindly.
Do you want me to share the PowerPoint?
Yeah, Ji, I want to share.
I didn't get it. Did you say yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Ankurji, do I have permission to share?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's showing something else. Somebody else is sharing right now. Can you stop it? Who is sharing the PowerPoint?
Padma Kumarji is sharing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. That's fine.
Namaste. Aham pratamam yad vadami atra point rupena English madhye atra asti. Bhavantaha jnatum api shaknuvanti. Asmagam etat course visheshaha asti Bhagavad Gita Sanskritam dvayam api pathitum shaknumah. Samskrita sambhashanam anandaram Bhagavad Gita dvayam api pathitum eka avasaraha, eka opportunity asti. Atra 1.5 hour class asti. Prati class sardha eka ghanda bhavati. Tatra half an hour sambhashanam, spoken Sanskritam, tasmin vishaye pathayamaha. Then 1 hour slokasya pathanam bhavati. Samskrite, in Sanskrit language, adhikam padya kritayaha sandhi, sloka rupena asti. Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, Vedaha, Upanishadaha, sarvamapi gadyam, prose order na, padya rupena asti. तस्मात् गीता सम्पूर्ण भगवद्गीतां वयं पठामः चेत् 700 श्लोकास् वयं पठामः चेत् अनन्तरं वयं सामान्य सिंपल संस्कृत श्लोकस्य अर्थं मीनिंग स्वयं एव अवगन्तुं शक्यते. Our teaching method एतादृश रीत्या अस्ति. अस्माकं टीचिंग मेथड कथं गच्छति इत्युक्ते फर्स्ट LSRW इति अस्ति. लिसनिंग, स्पीकिंग, रीडिंग एंड राइटिंग. अत्र पश्यतु, प्रथमं श्रवणम्, अनन्तरं भाषणम्, अनन्तरं पठनम्, अनन्तरं लेखनं. भाषा पठनस्य, लैंग्वेज पठनस्य क्रमः एषः. तस्मात् संस्कृत भगवद्गीता द्वारा संस्कृत पठने अधिक समयं संस्कृतं शृणोति, संस्कृत लैंग्वेज शृणोति. अनन्तरं किञ्चित् भवन्तः अपि प्रतिदिनं भाषणं करोति, किञ्चित् वदन्ति, देन् पठति, पुस्तकं पठितुम् अपि अवसरः अस्ति, रीडिंग पठनमपि अस्ति, लास्ट राइटिंग निमित्तम् अपि अत्र अवसरः अस्ति. एतदेव अस्माकं टीचिंग संप्रदायः. वर्षद्वयात्मक कोर्स् अस्ति, 2 years सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स् अस्ति भगवद्गीतायाः. तत्र संपूर्ण भगवद्गीतां वयं पाठयामः. प्रति वर्षं, प्रति क्वार्टर् वयं 2 अध्यायं पाठयामः. आहत्य वयं 18 अध्यायान् अपि कवर् कुर्मः. 18 अध्यायम् अपि वयं समापयामः. तत्र पश्यतु, संस्कृतस्य अद्भुतं यत् वंडर संस्कृत एंड वंडर लैंग्वेज गीतायां द्वयमपि वयम् एतत् कोर्स् मध्ये द्रष्टुं शक्नुमः. that we will show last one sloka. अनन्तरं अद्वैत वेदान्तं, द्वैत वेदान्त, विशिष्टाद्वैतम्, एतत् सर्व ये मास्टर्स् सन्ति तेषाम् अपि व्याख्यानानि दृष्ट्वा तस्य सारांशम् एव वयं पाठयामः. तस्मात् सर्व वेदान्तस्य सर्वविध मुखानि तत्र वयम् आनयामः. इदानीं पश्यतु, अत्र प्रतिपदं वयं पठितुं शक्नुमः. कथं तस्य ज्ञानं भवति, लैंग्वेज ज्ञानं, संस्कृत ज्ञानं एंड श्लोक पठनं कथं, तस्य गीता ज्ञानं कथं भवति. तत्र प्रति श्लोकमपि फर्स्ट बै हार्ट पठति, कंठपाठम् इति वदति. अनन्तरं पदच्छेदः अत्र लिखितमस्ति इंग्लिश मध्ये, स्वयमेव पठन्तु. पदार्थः, अनन्तरं पद संस्कारः, अनन्तरं अन्वयः, सामान्य अर्थः, विशेष अर्थः. एवं 1 2 3 4 5 6 बै हार्ट इति एकम् इत्युक्ते 7 स्टेप्स्, 7 सोपानेषु वयम् एकैक श्लोकं पठामः. अनन्तरं भवन्तः एव उक्तवन्तः, कल्याणजी प्रश्नस्य उत्तररूपेण. पश्यतु, हिंदू ट्रेडिशन्स् एंड कल्चर यत्किमपि ज्ञातव्यं चेत् संस्कृतम् आवश्यकं. स्वामी विवेकानन्दस्य अपि तत्र वाक्यमस्ति, भवन्तः अत्र द्रष्टुं शक्नुवन्ति. अनन्तरं संस्कृतं विना संस्कृतिः नास्ति, संस्कृतिं विना संस्कृतं नास्ति, संस्कृतिः संस्कृताश्रिता. एतादृशवाक्यानि बहु प्रसिद्धानि सन्ति. वितौट संस्कृतं भारतीय कल्चर वयं ज्ञातुं न शक्नुमः. अनन्तरं पश्यतु, अहम् उक्तवान् एतत् पूर्वं, द्विवर्षस्य कोर्स् अस्ति, क्वार्टर् सम्प्रदाये चलति. अनन्तरं प्रति क्वार्टर् मध्ये अध्यायद्वयस्य पाठनं भवति. अनन्तरं लघु अध्यायाः भवन्ति, तत्र वयम् अधिकं कर्तुं शक्नुमः. 3 चैप्टर् इत्युक्ते 20 श्लोकास्, 20 श्लोक, 15 अनन्तरं 12 तादृश अध्यायं तस्मात् वर्षद्वये 700 श्लोकान् अपि वयं पाठयितुं शक्नुमः वयं कंप्लीट कर्तुं शक्नुमः अत्र मया उक्तम् उदाहरणम् अहम् अपि प्रथमं वदामि अनन्तरं भगिनी अपि प्रदर्शयति एकश्लोकस्य पाठनं कथं कुर्मः इत्युक्ते प्रथमं श्लोकस्य पठनं कथं वयं पठामः धृतराष्ट्र उवाच धृतराष्ट्र उवाच उच्चारण शुद्धिः भवेत् तदनुसृतम् उच्चारणं कुर्मः धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः मामकाः पाण्डवाश्चैव किमकुर्वत सञ्जय एतस्य कण्ठपाठं कारयामः वन टाइम अहं वदामि 2 टाइम्स भवन्तः वदन्तु अनन्तरम् एवम् अस्माकम् एका पद्धति अस्ति एक मेथड अस्ति तदनुसृतं फर्स्ट श्लोकं बै हार्ट कारयति फर्स्ट स्टेप सेकंड स्टेप अस्ति पदच्छेदः एकैकपदं तत्र श्लोके किं किम् आसीत् धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेताः समवेता इति आसीत् समवेताः युयुत्सवः मामकाः पाण्डवाः च एव मामका पाण्डवाश्चैव इति आसीत् मामकाः पाण्डवाः च एव किम् अकुर्वत सञ्चय थर्ड स्टेप अस्ति पदसंस्कारः इति वदति धर्मक्षेत्रे इत्युक्ते का विभक्ति अन्तः वचनं सर्वम् इदानीम् अहं विवरणं न करोमि यदा पाठयामि तदानीं करोमि धर्मक्षेत्रे धर्मक्षेत्रमिति नपुंसकलिङ्गपदम् अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग सप्तमी एकवचनम् एवं सर्वपदानां विषये अपि अत्र लङ् लकारः अकुर्वत एतद् सम्पूर्ण विवरणं कुर्मः अव्ययं च एव किम् अव्ययमस्ति एतादृश विवरणं कुर्मः इदानीं पश्यतु तस्य सामान्य मीनिंग वयम् आङ्ग्लेय भाषायाम् अपि इंग्लिश मध्ये अपि भवतां कृते दद्मः प्रथमवारम् इति कारणेन धर्मक्षेत्रे इत्युक्ते कः अर्थः कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेताः युयुत्सवः मामकाः पाण्डवाः च एव किम् अकुर्वत सञ्जय एतादृश पदानां केवलं पदार्थः अनन्तरम् अन्वयः इति वदति तत्र मया विवृतमासीत् अन्वयः इत्युक्ते गद्यरूपेण प्रोस् ऑर्डर मध्ये लिखति पोएट्री यदस्ति प्रोस् ऑर्डर मध्ये हे सञ्जय धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे युयुत्सवः समवेताः मामकाः पाण्डवाः च एव किम् अकुर्वत अनन्तरं सामान्य अर्थः पश्यतु धृतराष्ट्रः अवदत् धृतराष्ट्रः उक्तवान् धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे सम्मिलिताः मिलितवन्तः युद्धं कर्तुम् इच्छन्तः मम पुत्राः पाण्डुपुत्राः च किं कृतवन्तः किं कुर्वन्ति किं कृतवन्तः पास्ट टेन्स् अस्ति इति कारणेन अत्र इंग्लिश मध्ये अपि तस्य अर्थं लिखितमस्ति इदानीं सामान्य संपूर्ण स्टेप समाप्तम् अत्र अस्माकं स्पेशालिटी किम् अस्ति अत्र श्लोक पठनस्य एवं संप्रदायः पूर्वमपि अस्ति बट इदानीं वयम् अत्र पश्यतु धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेताः युयुत्सवः इदानीन्तन जीवनार्थम् एतस्य श्लोकस्य आवश्यकता का भगवद्गीता इन अवर लाइफ अस्माकं जीवने भगवद्गीता भगवतः गीता भगवान् किं किम् उत्तरम् उक्तवान् आधुनिक लोके मॉडर्न लोके अथवा इदानीं नौएडेस् वयं कथम् उपयोगं कुर्मः पश्यतु अत्र अस्ति धर्मक्षेत्रे तदर्थमेव संस्कृत नॉलेज आवश्यकं धर्मः इत्युक्ते कः अर्थः धृति क्षमा दमोस्थेयं शौचमिन्द्रिय निग्रहः धीर्विद्या सत्यम अक्रोधम दशगम धर्मलक्षणम धारणात् धर्ममित्याहुः धर्मो रक्षति रक्षितः. These types many व्याख्यानानि सन्ति धर्मपदस्य. तस्य वयं विवरणं कुर्मः. धर्मः इत्युक्ते किम् इति ड्यूटी, केवलं ड्यूटी न धर्मः. इंग्लिश मध्ये ट्रांसलेशन कर्तुं न शक्नुमः. तस्य कारणं किं तादृश सर्वविवरणं कुर्मः. पश्यतु तत्र व्हाट इज धर्म, धर्मो रक्षति रक्षितः, एतादृश बहु मीनिंग्स वयं तत्र विवरणं कुर्मः. अद्यतन जीवने टुडेस् लाइफ मध्ये तस्य आवश्यकता का. अनन्तरं क्षेत्रं मीन्स फील्ड इति अस्ति. अस्माकं शरीरं बॉडी, अस्माकं शरीरम् इत्यपि अर्थः अस्ति. क्षेत्रं शरीरम् इति वदति इति गीतायामेव अस्ति. तस्मात् क्षेत्रम् इति किमर्थं वदति तत्रापि तस्मिन् क्षेत्रम् इत्युक्ते फील्ड मध्ये अपि धान्यं स्थापयति, सीड स्थापयति चेत् वर्धते, सस्यं भवति, प्लांट भवति, अनन्तरं ट्री भवति, अनन्तरं फ्रूट्स ददाति. सेम अस्माकं शरीरे यदा शरीरं प्राप्नोति शरीरे वयम् एकचिन्तनस्य थिंकिंग उपयुज्य अस्माकम् एकचिन्तनं स्थापयामः चेत् तद् चिन्तनं बृहत् सस्यं भवति, अनन्तरं महावृक्षः भवति, अनेकं फलानि ददाति. तस्मादेव क्षेत्रे किं भवेत्, धर्मः भवेत्. शरीरे जीवने धर्मः भवेत्. why here seventh case सप्तमी विभक्ति in our शरीरा इत्यर्थः, अस्माकं जीवने इत्यर्थः. एवं का विभक्तिः, कः अर्थः, वेड् किमर्थं तादृश वेड् अस्ति, एतत् सर्वम् अस्माकं किं थिंकिंग न केवलम् अस्माकं मधुसूदन सरस्वती, श्रीधराचार्यः तादृश बहवः व्याख्यानकर्तारः एवं साधितवन्तः. सेकंड वेड पश्यतु, कुरुक्षेत्रे. कुरुक्षेत्र मीन्स सम हरियाणा राज्ये एक स्थलम्, एक प्लेस अस्ति. बट कुरु मीन्स करोति इति क्रिया तत्र डू इत्यर्थः. क्षेत्रे इत्युक्ते शरीरे, शरीरेण किमपि कार्यं यदा करोति, when we will do something, तस्मिन् समये किं भवति, धर्म अधर्म विचारः भवति. तत्र युद्धं भवति, तत्र एव यथार्थ युद्धं भवति. तत्र एव मामकाः, मम जनाः पाण्डवाः इति चिन्तनं भवति किल. मम जनाः पाण्डवाः, कौरवाः पाण्डवाः न, तत्र अस्ति. पश्यतु, मामकाः पाण्डवाः. why did he use the term मामकाः अनन्तरं पाण्डवाः, कौरवाः पाण्डवाः इति नास्ति. who said this sloka? धृतराष्ट्र. धृतराष्ट्र means नेत्रं नास्ति, blind अस्ति. blind means what is the meaning of blind इत्युक्ते अज्ञानं, ज्ञानं नास्ति. without knowledge, यथार्थ knowledge, अस्माकं knowledge अर्थः न इंग्लिश knowledge केवलम् अर्थः न. अत्र श्रद्धा इति अर्थः. अत्र श्रद्धा नास्ति चेत्, ज्ञानं नास्ति चेत् सः सर्वाणि कार्याणि मम कार्यम् अन्येषां कार्यम् इति पश्यति. मम कार्यं मीन्स what type of कार्यं तत्र दुर्योधनः, दुःशासनः, दुश्शला, विकर्णः, शतशः hundreds of दुर्बुद्धिः, 5 सद्बुद्धिः, धर्म बुद्धिः, अर्जुनः शांति बुद्धिः, भीमः स्थैर्यं स्थिरता बुद्धिः. एतादृश 5 इत्युक्ते some good habits and many bad habits. दुःशासनः, what is discipline नास्ति, शासनं नास्ति, दुःशासनः. दुर्योधनः bad habit इत्यर्थः. संस्कृतपदस्य व्युत्पत्ति पश्यति चेत् अर्थम् अवगन्तुं शक्नुमः. युद्धे तस्य पराजयं कर्तुं बहु कष्टं सः एव दुर्योधनः इति अस्ति दुर्योधनः दुःशासनः विकर्णः दुश्शलः सर्वकौरवाणां नामानि अपि our inside स्वभावः bad habits these good habits anything यदा अहं कर्तुम् आरम्भं करोमि अहं करिष्यामि तदानीं मम bad habit good habit मध्ये युद्धं मम मनसि चलति प्रतिदिनम् अहं निद्रां करोमि I am doing anything problem किमपि नास्ति किन्तु यदा अहं गीतां पठामि संस्कृतं पठामि anything अहं निश्चयं करोमि तत्र भीमः अर्जुनः धर्मः किल मम ड्यूटी इति चिन्तनम् आवश्यकं मम स्थिरता आवश्यकी भीमः आवश्यकः शान्तमनसा युद्धं कर्तुं तेन पठितुं मम बुद्धिः आवश्यकी our daily life मध्ये अस्माकं प्रतिदिन जीवने एतस्य श्लोकस्य उपयोगः कः इति आचार्याणां ऋषीणां वाक्यानि पठित्वा तदनुसृतं वयम् अत्र वर्गेषु पाठयामः एतादृश 7 steps उपयुज्य विशेष अर्थः इति वदति एतस्य 7 steps उपयुज्य सम्पूर्ण भगवद्गीतां वयं पठितुं शक्नुमः एतदेव अस्माकं पाठनस्य एकः क्रमः अग्रे भगिनी अपि तस्मिन् विषये कथमस्ति इति विवरणं करोति
Wonderful.
धन्यवाद पद्मकुमार
Padmakumar, you have to stop sharing maybe or
okay.
Namaste सर्वेभ्यः. Ankur ji, please allow me to share my screen.
You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. नमस्ते सर्वेभ्यः. पद्मकुमार महोदयेन श्रीमद् भगवद्गीतायाः अध्ययनम् अग्रिमवर्गेषु वयं कथं करिष्यामः इति विषये बोधितम् अस्तु. तत्रैव अन्यत् एकम् उदाहरणम् अहं प्रस्तौमि. श्रीमद् भगवद्गीतायाम् 18 अध्यायाः सन्ति. There are 18 chapters in श्रीमद् भगवद् गीता. तत्र द्वितीयाध्याये अयं श्लोकः अस्ति. पूर्वं यथा पद्मकुमार महोदयेन उक्तं श्रवणम् आवश्यकम् अस्ति. अतः अहं पूर्वं वदिष्यामि तदनन्तरं भवन्तः अपि तत्र उच्चारणं कुर्वन्तु. संस्कृतशब्दानाम् उच्चारणम् एव बहु आनन्ददायकं भवति. अस्तु तर्हि जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युर्ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येऽर्थे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि. अयं श्लोकः अस्ति. पद्यम् इत्यपि उच्यते. श्लोके छन्दः भवति. अत्र छन्दः इत्युक्ते रिदम् इति वदामः आङ्ग्लभाषायां. छन्दः अस्ति. छन्दसः नाम पृथक् पृथक् भवन्ति. अयम् अनुष्टुप् छन्दः इति वर्तते. अस्मिन् श्लोके बहूनि पदानि सन्ति. नाम बहवः शब्दाः. पदं वदन्तु अथवा शब्दः समानः एव अर्थः. तर्हि बहवः शब्दाः सन्ति. ते शब्दाः के के इति पृथक् पृथक् कृत्य यदि वयं वदामः तस्य नाम भवति पदच्छेदः. पदानां छेदः विभागः इति. अतः प्रथमम् अत्र जातस्य, द्वितीयम् अस्ति हि, तृतीयं ध्रुवः, मृत्युः, ध्रुवं, जन्म, मृतस्य च इति पृथक् पृथक् पदानि सन्ति। श्लोके यदा वयं पश्यामः अत्र जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युर् इति तत्र भिन्नतया लिखितम् अस्ति, परन्तु यदा पदच्छेदं कुर्मः तर्हि पृथक् पृथक् शब्दः आगच्छति, तर्हि ध्रुवः मृत्युः इति ज्ञानं भवति। द्वितीये अंशे तस्माद् अपरिहार्ये अर्थे न त्वं शोचितुम् अर्हसि एते शब्दाः सन्ति। अत्र अपि पश्यन्तु, श्लोके तस्मादपरिहार्येऽर्थे इति संयुज्य लिखितम् अस्ति, परन्तु यदा वयं पृथक् पृथक् पदं कुर्मः तर्हि अपरिहार्ये इति पृथक्, अर्थे इति पृथक् इत्थं भवति। संस्कृते यावन्तः अपि शब्दाः सन्ति तेषां शब्दानां विभागः अस्ति। कानिचन क्रियापदानि वर्ब्स् इति वदामः, वर्ब् फॉर्म्स् यत् भवन्ति तानि क्रियापदानि इति भवन्ति। शब्दाः पृथक् भवन्ति, तस्य सप्त विभक्तयः इति तेषां विभागः भवति। अतः तत्र किम् आवश्यकं, किं पदं कस्याः विभक्तेः इत्यपि ज्ञानं वयं कारयिष्यामः। ततः पूर्वं प्रत्येकं शब्दस्य आङ्ग्लभाषायां कः अर्थः इति अस्माकं तत्र PPT मध्ये भविष्यति। यथा जातस्य नाम one who has taken birth, हि इत्यस्य certain इति सर्वेषां पदानाम् आङ्ग्लभाषया अर्थः भविष्यति, तेन भवतां बोधः भविष्यति। तत्र संस्कृतं कथम् अवगच्छेम, संस्कृतस्य बोधः कथं भविष्यति इति चिन्ता भयं वा न स्यात्। तदनन्तरम् अस्ति पदसंस्कारः, नाम यः शब्दः अस्ति सः कुत्रत्यः कस्याः विभक्तेः किं रूपम् अस्ति, अथवा अव्ययम् अस्ति, अथवा क्रियाशब्दः अस्ति इति तस्य परिचयः दीयते। यथा जातस्य इति शब्दः, अयं शब्दः जातः इति भवति, परन्तु षष्ठी विभक्तौ जातस्य इति भवति। हि इति शब्दः वर्तते, हि इति अव्ययं भवति, नाम अत्र विभक्तयः न भवन्ति, रूपाणां परिवर्तनं न भवति। एवमेव ध्रुवः मृत्युः, ध्रुवः इति अपि प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं, मृत्युः अपि। ध्रुवं जन्म, अत्र पश्यन्तु, एकदा ध्रुवः इति पुल्लिङ्गस्य प्रयोगः, पुनः ध्रुवम् इति नपुंसकम्, एकत्र विसर्गः अह इति अस्ति, एकत्र इति अनुस्वारः अस्ति। तर्हि किमर्थं भेदः इति विषयेपि वयं शनैः शनैः वदिष्यामः अग्रे गत्वा। अस्तु, तत्र आङ्ग्लभाषायामपि तत्र विशेष्य विशेषणम् इति भवति, सर्वासु भाषासु भवति, संस्कृते अपि तथैव। अतः तेषामपि ज्ञानं वयं करिष्यामः। अस्माकं सार्ध एकघण्टायाः नाम 1.5 hours इति समयः भवति एकस्य वर्गस्य। तत्र अर्धघण्टा नाम हाफ hour वयं व्याकरणं पठिष्यामः, एकहोरा एकघण्टां यावत् गीतां पठिष्यामः। तर्हि तेन उभयोः सहयोगः भविष्यति, व्याकरणस्य अपि ज्ञानं, श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतायाः अपि ज्ञानं भविष्यति इति अयं वर्तते पदसंस्कारः। तदनन्तरम् अन्वयार्थः। अन्वयार्थः इत्युक्ते श्लोके किं भवति, मया पूर्वम् उक्तं श्लोके छन्दः भवति, नाम लयः सम्यक् भवेत् इति धिया तत्र शब्दाः क्रमशः न भवन्ति। तत्र यथा वाक्यं भवति तथा शब्दाः क्रमशः श्लोके न भवन्ति। अतः इतस्ततः तत्र शब्दानां पाठः भवति। तान् शब्दान् एकस्मिन् वाक्ये यदा वयं कुर्मः स एव अन्वयः इति कथ्यते। इतस्ततः ये शब्दाः सन्ति तेषाम् एकस्मिन् वाक्ये चयनम् एव अन्वयः भवति। यदा वयं जातस्य इति श्लोकस्य अन्वयं कुर्मः तर्हि हे अर्जुन, जातस्य हि मृत्युः ध्रुवः, तथा च मृतस्य जन्म अपि ध्रुवम्, तस्मात् त्वम् अपरिहार्ये अर्थे शोचितुं न अर्हसि इति अन्वयः जातः। अन्वयः इत्यस्य शब्दान्तरं भवति सम्बन्धः। तत्र एकस्य शब्दस्य अन्येन सह सम्बन्धः यः भवति तदनुगुणं वयं वाक्यं निर्मामः इति अस्य अन्वयार्थः वर्तते। तात्पर्यं किम् इति, जातस्य इत्युक्ते यः जन्म लब्धवान्, यः जन्म प्राप्तवान्, तस्य मृत्युः ध्रुवः, तस्य मरणम् इति निश्चितम् अस्ति। यदि जन्म तर्हि मरणम् अस्ति, यदि सुखं तर्हि दुःखं भविष्यति, यदि घर्मः तर्हि शैत्यं भविष्यति इति तत्र परस्परं पूरके भवतः। एवमेव जातः यदि अस्ति तर्हि मृत्युः अपि निश्चितः। यदि च मृत्युः तर्हि पुनः जन्म अपि निश्चितम्। तत्र अस्माभिः किमपि कर्तुं न शक्यते। यत् किमपि कर्तुं न शक्यते यत्र तद् भवति अपरिहार्यं, तस्य परिहारः न सम्भवति, तद् अपरिहार्यं वर्तते। यत् अपरिहार्यं तर्हि तत्र चिन्ता का? अस्तु, यदि अपरिहार्यम् अस्ति तर्हि तत्र चिन्ता न करणीया। एतेन अस्मिन् श्लोके वयं किं ज्ञानं प्राप्नुमः इति चेत् अधिकं चिन्तनं न करणीयं। कीदृशं? चिन्ता न करणीया। किमर्थं? चिन्ता चिता समाना इति उक्तिः। चिन्ता चिता समानः। यदि एतस्य श्लोकस्य ज्ञानं स्यात्, ज्ञानानन्तरं व्यवहारः आचरणम् अपि कर्तुं वयं शक्नुयाम, तर्हि साम्प्रतं यत् भवति तत्र हाइपरटेन्शन इति यत् भवति खलु, तत्र मानसिकरोगाः ये भवन्ति तेषां निवारणं सम्भविष्यति। यत् भवितव्यम् अस्ति तद् भविष्यति। यदि परिहारः कर्तुं शक्यते तर्हि करणीयः, यदि अपरिहार्यं तर्हि तत्र शोकः न करणीयः। अस्य श्लोकस्य विशेषः अर्थः अत्र वर्तते। अयमेव अर्थः आङ्ग्लभाषायामपि भवतां सर्वेषां सौलभ्याय लिखितः वर्तते। तदनन्तरं भवतां मनसि प्रश्नः स्यात्, श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतायाः ज्ञानं करणीयम्, अध्ययनं करणीयं, तर्हि अधुना तु प्रायः सर्वासु भाषासु ट्रान्स्लेशन् वर्तते। सर्वासु भाषासु श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता उपलभ्यते। आङ्ग्लभाषायां तु बहु सरलतया वयं प्राप्तुं शक्नुमः। किमर्थं संस्कृतेन एव श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतायाः अध्ययनम्? अस्तु, अयं प्रश्नः स्यात्। तत्र अहं कानिचन उत्तराणि दातुं शक्नोमि। यत् संस्कृतस्य ज्ञानं स्वयं आनन्ददायकम् अस्ति। यदि वयं वैदिकमन्त्रान् शृणुमः, तस्य घनपाठान् शृणुमः, श्लोकानाम् उच्चारणादीनि शृणुमः, तर्हि किं भवति? मनसि शान्तिः भवति, आनन्दः भवति। तादृशः आनन्दः संस्कृतशब्देषु वर्तते। यदि संस्कृतशब्दस्य श्रवणे आनन्दः, तर्हि यदि स्वयम् अपि संस्कृतशब्दानाम् उच्चारणं कुर्मः तर्हि कियान् आनन्दः स्यात्। द्वितीयम् अस्ति यत् अनुवादमाध्यमेन श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतायाः ज्ञानं कर्तुं शक्नुवन्ति, परन्तु अनूदितभाषायां कदापि वास्तविकं तत्त्वं ज्ञातुं न शक्यते। तस्य यथा धर्म शब्दस्य कृते अधुना रिलिजन इति शब्दः प्रचलितः अस्ति, परन्तु धर्मः इत्यस्य अर्थः स एव केवलं रिलिजन इति नास्ति। रिलिजन इति तु सम्प्रदायः खलु, स एव अर्थः धर्म इत्यस्य नास्ति। महोदयेन उक्तं धृति क्षमा दमो स्तेयं शौचमिन्द्रिय निग्रहः इति बहवः अर्थाः धर्म शब्दस्य सन्ति। कर्तव्यम् इति अर्थः, धैर्यम् अर्थः, क्षमा इति अर्थः। तर्हि केवलं रिलिजन इति पदेन धर्म शब्दस्य अनुवादः भवितुं नार्हति। एतादृशाः बहवः शब्दाः सन्ति। अतः अनूदितभाषायां वयं ज्ञानं कर्तुं केवलं सामान्य विषयम् अधिगन्तुं शक्नुमः, परन्तु वास्तविकं तात्पर्यं बोद्धुं न शक्नुमः इति मम अत्र मतिः अस्ति। अन्यत् किम् इति चेत्, यदि संस्कृतं ज्ञातं स्यात् तर्हि श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतायाः मूलार्थमपि ज्ञातुं शक्नुमः, तस्य विशिष्टार्थमपि ज्ञातुं शक्नुमः। परन्तु केवलम् अनुवादमाध्यमेनैव पठामश्चेत् केवलं मूलार्थः एव ज्ञानं भविष्यति, मूलार्थस्य एव ज्ञानं भविष्यति, तस्य विवरणस्य ज्ञानं प्राप्तुं वयं न शक्नुमः। अन्यच्च कारणं किम् अस्ति? यावत् शीघ्रं संस्कृतेन श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतायाः अध्ययनं भवति, तावत् शीघ्रम् अन्यया भाषया भवितुं नार्हति। यः ग्रन्थः यस्यां भाषायां लिखितम् अस्ति, तस्यामेव भाषायां शीघ्रतया तस्य अध्ययनं संभवति। अन्याभिः भाषाभिः तावत् शीघ्रं न संभवति। यदि साइंस इति विषयं, कंप्यूटर इति विषयं अधुना संस्कृतभाषया पाठयामः, तर्हि भवन्तः वदन्तु कियान् समयः अपेक्षते? तत्र बहु समयः अपेक्षते। यः विषयः यस्यां भाषायाम् अस्ति, तस्यामेव भाषायां यदि अध्ययनं क्रियते तर्हि सरलम् अपि भविष्यति। अतः अस्माकं अयं पाठ्यक्रमः, नूतनपाठ्यक्रमः निर्धारितः अस्ति संस्कृतेन श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतायाः ज्ञानम् इति। अद्य एतावत् एव उक्त्वा विरमामि। जयतु संस्कृतं, जयतु संस्कृतिः।
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Now, I realize that let me ask this question: how many of you were able to follow the conversation? Just type in yes, I followed, or no, I did not follow. Just type in the chat window. Okay. Not fully. No, I did not follow at all. Got most of it. You may not have understood every sentence, every word, but if you got some of it, some of the import, some of the meaning, if you got some of it at least, then I think it may be fair to say you can still jump into this program. Am I correct? Pradhan Kumarji, am I correct? You had to unmute yourself to answer the question, right?
Yeah, Ji.
So, see, so what we are saying is, even if you do not understand all the sentences and all the words, you can jump into the program. But the whole experience of listening and learning and becoming familiar with the words as time progresses over a 2-year period, you will learn considerably. You will learn the language. Okay, so for those of you who are saying you got 99% of it, I understood everything. Maybe this course is maybe you're ready for the master's level program. Okay, but I think if you are somewhat able to understand, you can jump into this program. Now, there are some of you who are saying, I didn't understand anything. It was very hard. I just barely got 5% or 10% of it. Okay. So now there is another sequence we are starting next quarter called the Beginner Sanskrit. To talk about that, I'll ask Chandraji to take a few minutes. Chandraji, over to you, please.
Dhanyawada, Mahodaya. So if you could allow me to share the screen.
Please.
Okay. So what you're seeing here is what Srinath Mahodaya was showing already. So I'm just repeating the slide here. So this is the course that Padma Kumarji and Lakshmi Mahodaya, they were both talking about. 8 quarters, starting with SAN 3001. And the only assumption we make here is that you are familiar with the Devanagari script. You don't need to be able to talk in Sanskritam, but you should be familiar with the Devanagari script, including the combination letters. Because some people think, they know Hindi, so they know Sanskritam letters. That is, unfortunately, it is not quite right. You only know the single syllables, but when it comes to combination letters, you do have to put in some effort to understand how these things work in Sanskritam. So that's what we are assuming here when we say Devanagari assumed. But for those of you for whom that is a struggle, we have an alternative path here. This has been in effect already. We have already done the first 3 courses in 3 quarters. And now we are starting once more the beginner course 0001, which is open, by the way, from high school onwards. From 8th grade or 9th grade onwards, it's available for anyone to join. And it does not assume anything at all. No Devanagari, nothing, Okay, that's the level from where we start. And that also slowly builds up, as the quarters go. So the question here is really this, how much time are you willing to commit every week? If your commitment is only about 1.5 hours of class, and then maybe twice that, 3 hours of homework or self-study, then you're looking at about 5 hours commitment per week for 10 weeks each quarter. So that will be 4 quarters per year. If that is the level you can commit, given all the other things that you have on your schedule, then I would suggest this path here will also lead you eventually to this course. But this path here is less strenuous because it is only 1 class per week, as against this one here, where the expectation is you should know Devanagari, including the combination letters. You should attend 2 classes, each 1.5 hours, so 3 hours of class. And then you also have at least twice that, which is about 6 hours of self-study at home. So if your commitment is 10 hours per week, then 3001 is the right one, provided you satisfy the assumption here. But if your commitment is only about 5 and you do not know Devanagari, and you want to get your high schooler also started in this direction, then SAN 0001 is your correct choice. And so this is how it is structured, okay? And eventually you can get to MA level, or you can just continue with the 3000 series, whatever is your goal in Sanskritam. We are here to help you in that front. And each one of these have well-defined course structures. We have spent several weeks, if not months, putting together all this curriculum, planning every session, how it is going to be conducted. The other thing I would like to tell you is that in this course, we also have some homeworks which are graded. There's at least about 3 or 4 homework assignments which are graded as we go through the weeks. Now they get some marks, and then you have a quarter end exam, which is for about 2 hours, all taken online. So together it's about 100 marks per quarter. And the minimum passing score is 40%. And then we have other gradings, like an A grade is, 80% or more, like that we have. Typical university structure. The other thing that is worth mentioning here is the flexibility. Suppose you started on 0001. you're too busy in this quarter, you're not able to do it. You can actually complete 0001 and maybe the following quarter you can come back and start where you left off. So that flexibility is there. Just like any other typical US university, you have a choice to suspend and resume. So that is also there. And this course here, we found going by the experience that I've had with the last 3 or 4 quarters with students, they actually get to a very reasonable level of understanding Sanskritam, both in terms of Shravanam as well as Pathanam and Ucharanam, Lekhanam, all of those things. Sambhashanam is one area that requires, a little bit more effort, and that is very, very easily fulfilled, through this course here, because that's what you're going to be doing all the time. Asking questions in Sanskritam, listening to Padma Kumarji and Lakshmi Mahodaya here in Sanskritam. So the expectation here is after the first 2 or 3 classes, it'll be all 100% Sanskritam in the 3000 series. Whereas in the beginner series, it could be English, maybe 50%, okay, at the end of the course. But initially, it is all English. Then after about 2 quarters, we slowly shift you into Sanskritam. And by the time you finish 0004, you are ready for 100% Sanskritam. So this is the overall structure. If you have any specific questions, you can ask, do you want to open the forum up or what do you want to do now?
Yes, I would like to open the floor up for questions, but let's do this. We've got 2 quick surveys now. Ankur, can you put up we've got a survey with 3 questions. Ankur, can you put up the survey? We'll take another 1 minute to answer the survey questions and then we can proceed. All right, so here are the 3 questions. Are you interested in the certificate program in Sanskrit through the Bhagavad Gita? Certificate in Sanskrit through the Bhagavad Gita. Please go ahead and answer that question. Are you interested in the beginners level Sanskrit series? That is the SAN 001 through 004 series, okay? So what is the criterion to join the 3000 series? That is 3001 through 3008. What is the criteria? How do they select themselves?
I thought I just clarified that one. The criteria for joining 3001 is that you should know Devanagari, including combination letters. The criteria for 0001 is nothing. Only thing is the age constraint. You should be a 8th grader or above. We do not offer a course for elementary and primary school kids, unfortunately, at this point in time. So it is only high school and above.
I want to request everybody to answer the questions. Okay, no is also a valid answer. So please just answer the question and we'll stop the poll shortly. Okay. You can say, no, I'm not interested. Don't call me. That's fine. Okay, so let's just take a few questions from somebody from 2nd grade will be very young. Okay. Chidraji, you want to add anything to that?
Yes. There are other places where we can refer to for those kind of kids. It won't be part of the Hindu University of America, but we do have other opportunities open for those kids. So please talk to one of us and we will guide you appropriately.
What is the fees for the 001 to 004 series?
That's $150 of tuition fee and then $20 of books, including postage, anywhere in the US. We do not ship books outside of the US. But if you are wanting to join the course from outside of US, we can give you a PDF copy of the book for a nominal price. It won't be the physical printed copy will not be shipped to you. Instead, you will have access to the PDF of the same material for a reduced price.
Okay. Yeah. So, somebody's asking, what is SAN 004? Well, it's just the fourth course in the sequence. Okay. So there is just each course builds on the other. Now, there is no entrance question. Is there an entrance questionnaire for SAN 0001? There is
No,
not, right?
no,
No, there is not. Is there an entrance?
only if you are directly joining SAN 0004, then there is an entrance test.
Is there an entrance test for the SAN 3001?
No, not there either.
Okay, so why have you put an entrance questionnaire here in the slide?
The entrance is, really it is valid only if you are going directly into 3002.
3002. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I really should take it out because earlier these all had SAN 2001. That's why there is an entrance there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there an audit mode?
So actually, let me clarify, Kalyan. When
Mhm.
the entrance questionnaire there is basically when you contact HUA, they basically make sure that you are able to read something in Devanagari. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. It's probably about maybe a couple of minutes in your conversation. They make sure that you are appropriate for that class. There is no online test or anything. Just to make sure you can read Devanagari comfortably. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. So the cost of the entire program, the Sanskritam through Bhagavad Gita, that course, that program of study, which is 8 quarters long, which is 2 years long, it takes 8 successive quarters. The total cost is $2,400. That is $300 per quarter. Okay, that's the price for the SAN 3001 through SAN 3008 sequence. Okay. All right. So let me encourage everybody to answer the questions. Put in put something into the, even if you want to say no, just go ahead and answer the questions, please, kindly. Can you go directly to 0004? I don't know. Can you?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you can, provided you
Mhm.
can take a proficiency test.
Mhm. Okay.
Which is online for 2 hours.
Okay. So at the moment, there is no audit option. Okay. For people who just want to audit, this is for serious students. And, auditing is like a halfway point where you can choose to either be or not be in the course and so on. So, we really want to encourage the serious students to get in and commit the time necessary to learn the language, and take the course very seriously. So 001 to 004, the price is about approximately $170 per course. So it will be about $680, right? Right, Chandra?
Correct. Yeah. It's $150 per quarter tuition fee, and then
Yeah.
$20 for any course materials.
So the SAN 0001 to 0004 is going to be held on Monday evenings, right? Chandra, what time in the evening?
No, not always on a Monday. SAN 0001 is on Monday, 7 to 8:30 Central Time.
7 to 8:30 Central Time, 1.5
Yeah.
hours every Monday, starting in April, second week of April.
Right. Details are there on the HUA website. SAN 0002 and 003, they are both on Thursday nights at the same time, 7 to 8:30 Central Time.
Yeah.
And then SAN 0004 is on Tuesday nights, same time, 7 to 8:30 Central Time.
But it's a different batch, right?
That's a different batch, yeah.
Different batch. I mean, so this batch that you're starting this quarter,
Yeah.
will stay on Mondays, right? Throughout the
Correct.
4 quarters.
Correct. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. No, I thought I'm answering questions about people joining directly into one of the later courses.
Right. So what date is SAN 3001 starting? Well, it's on the, Ankur, can you put the link into the chat window for the 2 courses, one after the other, okay? So,
It'll be 2 days, Monday and Thursday, I thought, or Tuesday and Thursday.
yeah. So just put Ankur is going to put the link to the courses in the chat box. Okay. And Ankur, go ahead and announce the discount. For the next 3 days, right? We have a special offer. Ankur, go ahead and explain that, please.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to announce that we're going to have a special 24-hour, 48-hour discount of $100 on this Bhagavad Gita Sanskritam course. We're encouraging you to participate, enroll now, and get your spot. We're hoping to have you join us in this, and it's going to be a $100 discount only for the next 48 hours. So we're encouraging you to sign up. It's what we're trying to do to encourage you to participate. Hopefully that'll get you off the fence and have you participate with Hindu University of America in this wonderful Sanskritam program.
Ankur, could you please clarify if the $100 discount is only for the 3001 or
Yes.
it applies to anything else?
Only for the 3001.
Okay, thank you.
So here's a question. Will the entire Bhagavad Gita be covered in the 8 quarters? Yeah, the answer is yes. That is the intention, to cover all the 18 chapters in the 8 quarters, 2-year period. Okay.
So the 3001 course is on Monday and Thursday every week. Starts at 7 p.m. Central Time to 8:30 Central Time.
Yeah. There is no discount for the beginner course. It is priced pretty low, $170. So that's the price. Someone is saying, if I can only attend on Monday, I can't attend on Thursdays, then you should really.
Watch the recording.
No, I think they should start with the beginners course.
Oh, yeah.
The beginners program is only on Monday, right? All right.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna end the polling. If everybody has answered, we're gonna end the polling in a few seconds here, and then we'll show you the results.
Just to answer this question, Kalyan, do you pay by the quarter?
Yeah,
you
you
can pay for all the 8 quarters, or you can pay one at a time.
You can do it either way, but right now, only the first course has been put up on the website. If I'm not mistaken, we will shortly get the 7 courses, the remaining 7 courses, up on the website as well. But at the moment, you can start with the first course. Okay, have we concluded the poll, Ankur?
Yep. And I'm sharing the results.
Okay.
Just to clarify, there is no on-demand session. It is always the class sessions.
Yeah.
On-demand is only through video recording.
So you can get registered into the courses on the website, and we strongly recommend that you do so right away before you forget, and get it on your calendars. Clear up your calendars for the next 1 year for the beginners course, 2 years for the Bhagavad Gita Sanskritam program. And I think you're going to find that it's a good investment of your time to learn the language.
And here's another thing that came up here. If I want to do both 0001 and 3001, it seems to be happening at the same time.
Yeah.
So if a lot of you, want it that way, we could consider another option.
No, Chandra, that's going to be very complicated to try to change. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm not changing it. I'm saying there may be an additional course. Yeah.
Yeah. So can high school students get any world language credit? Well, at the moment, no, but we will work towards that in the near future. But right now, we are not set up for that. Okay, if somebody is saying, if I find the course too difficult for me, can I move to another course? Yeah, I think we have many options. You can discuss with faculty. You can, get some one-on-one counseling and choose the appropriate place for you to go. Definitely. Yeah, you have to register. You can register individually. You can also register all four. You just have to provide the names of the students one by one, okay? Because every student will get an hua.edu ID and a password, and you will have to, log into the learning management system individually. You'll have to log in individually. Two people cannot be simultaneously learning from a single registration. Okay, fantastic. Are there any more questions that we haven't addressed?
Is there somebody asking about the MA course? But that's,
Yeah, if you feel that you have adequate proficiency in the Sanskritam language, we have a master's degree program. It'll definitely take you completing a proficiency test and being able to demonstrate that you have adequate proficiency so that you can engage with the graduate level Sanskritam. So the entire master's program in Sanskritam will be taught in Sanskrit, 100% Sanskrit. So now you're entering a world of advanced conversational Sanskrit, and therefore that requires, for those of you who are asking what is the level of proficiency expected, please take the test. We will set you up, write to us, we'll set you up with the test. You can take the test and then you'll find out for yourself whether it is something you are ready for or not. It's the best way. What is the cost of the master's program? The master's program is priced at, it's discounted, actually heavily discounted, it's priced at $9,000, and you can take it over 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So there are three options. So the test you will be given the test. There is no test on the site. Please write to us and contact us via the contact form on the website. So Ankur, just put the 2 links for registration. Okay, one, the 3001 course and the 0001 course. They can start by registering in either of those 2 courses. Yeah, so Samil Vyas, you're asking, will you, if you participate in the SAN 3001 course, will it make you proficient in grammar, Vyakarana? Yes, the intention is not just the 3001. As you complete the entire 3000 series, 3001 through 3008, you will acquire an adequate level of proficiency in Sanskrit grammar. Right, Pradhan Kumarji? Am I correct?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. No, yeah, the $100 discount is only for the first quarter for the SAN 3001, and that too for just the next couple of days. When does the MA program begin? The MA program begins in July. You'll have to take the proficiency test as quickly as possible so that you can assess for yourself whether you are ready. The faculty can assess also if you are ready. Yeah. If you're absolutely a beginner, then SAN 0001 is the right place to start. You can take it, it's a slower pace. You'll slowly learn the language. And then, of course, it is most likely that in about a year's time, we will start a second batch of Sanskritam through the Bhagavad Gita, in which case you can finish the first 4 quarters at the beginner's level and then join the Sanskritam through Bhagavad Gita sequence when it is offered the second time. April 2nd week, all the courses are beginning April 2nd week, in the spring quarter. Okay, so it looks like we've covered all the material. Now let me ask a question to everybody, all the panelists, all the attendees today. Did you enjoy the conversational Sanskrit? today? Did you enjoy it? Just say yes or no in the chat window, okay?
I think the people who stayed, the 120 or so, definitely enjoyed it. That's why they're still here. And thank you for staying and participating and conversing and being a part of this. Yes, a lot of yeses fill in the chat. That makes me feel good. Thank you.
Wonderful. Very good. Okay, so I want to thank all the panelists today. Padma Kumarji, thank you very much for participating. Lakshmi Sharma ji, we can't see you anymore. You shut off the video, but thank you very much for participating today. Okay, and Chandraji, you took time off and surprised us because you had a class running in parallel. We were not anticipating you, but
Thank you.
joined anyway. Thank you. And then Srinathji, thank you for stepping out of your class as well. And really terrific. We got a terrific group of passionate faculty members who are committed to the language, and hopefully, if there is enough interest from the participants in today's webinar, we'll start 2 terrific courses next quarter. Thank you all, and namaste to all of you. Okay, namaskar.